All right, I've been talking to you about learning to control yourself some of the past videos. But have you ever had someone try to make you angry, make you mad, but it didn't work? You held your ground, you maintained control. I know what usually happens. Most people usually know what happens when I ask this question. When I say, has that ever happened to you? I'll say, what happened to the other person? When you didn't get mad, they'll say, oh, they got mad. So I want to talk to you about what's going on right there and why that happens, because this video is about how I actually connected the dots. I talked to you about between stimulus and response, we have the freedom to pause and choose our response. And I was speaking in Princeton, New Jersey, Rhea and I were, to a paving company. Big conference, a lot of frontline leaders there, and the CEO and everyone else. And so we had finished our first session, taking a break, and there was a guy come straight down the aisle. He was a rough looking guy, but he was cool once I got to know him. I didn't know him though at the moment. He's charging down the aisle. He comes up to me and he points his finger at me. And I didn't know what he was wanting, but he said, you should be a doctor. I said, what, do what? He said, you should be a doctor. I said, what do you mean, man? No one's ever told me that before. But he said, man, I've been in the pen, I've been in prison. He said, I've been through all kind of anger management sessions. I've been through a lot of stuff. And what you just said up there a minute ago was the thing that no doctor had ever told me before. He said, I got out, I was on parole, and I got put back because I went across the desk on somebody and on my parole officer and grabbed him up by the collar. He said, but you said something earlier that just connected the dots for me, and no one has ever said that. So I want to share with you the other piece of what I shared with him. And it was about why I would get angry in the past, because I didn't want anyone to control me. And guess what? I still don't, and I never will. But what happened was, once I kind of put these things together and I figured out in my own mind what I told you at the beginning of this video, when somebody trying to make me mad and I wouldn't get mad, I'd get it right in the past by accident before I knew how to do it on purpose. I'd realize they would get mad. And then I realized, why did they get mad? They were trying to control me and I didn't allow them to control me, which means I was in control. And then they lost control. So once I figured that out, why would I ever get angry? Why? I don't want somebody to control me. Getting angry means I'm handing over control on a silver platter, saying, here you go ahead and control me. As soon as I connected those dots, I said, oh no, ain't nobody gonna control Mack's story like that anymore. So I want you to think about that. When you're getting angry, you're handing control over to someone else on a silver platter. Don't do it. Talk to you next time.